Welcome back. I am Unapologetically Eric. You can find me on Facebook at Unapologetically Eric, or I am also on X at Eric Not Sorry. I am not one to typically gush or make a big deal about celebrities or athletes or any other thing of the sort. That's just not just not me. But yesterday on June 18th, 2024, the sports world lost a legend. He was amazing. And his name was Willie Mays. He died at the age of 93. Now, for some of you that either don't know sports or don't know baseball at all, let me tell you something. This man, like I said, he was a legend. Absolute legend. Willie Mays was born in 1931, and he had a nickname of the Say Hey Kid. If you are familiar with I believe it's John Fogerty song called Center Field, you've heard that Say Hey Kid before. I'm going to go over some stats about his life, and like I said, this guy was awesome. I would not normally do an episode like this over the death of any other celebrity or athlete, but he was a fucking rock star. Sorry, I was trying not to swear in this episode. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. But as I said, he was Willie Mays was a center fielder. He played. Let me see here. Let me go through his stats here. This amazing, absolutely amazing. Let's see. He started his career in the Negro Leagues on May 25th, 1948 for the Birmingham Black Barons. Now, as you noticed, I just said Negro Leagues. So if you didn't know, Willie Mays was a black man. So 1948, 50s, 60s, as anybody who is not living under a rock, racial tensions were kind of high. Jackie Robinson, does his name ring a bell to anybody? So Willie heard some ish from the fans. He did not exactly have an awesome experience every day. But he made his major league debut exactly 3 years later to the day that he made his debut in the Negro Leagues. And that was, again, May 25th, but in 1951 for the New York Giants. Wait, aren't they a football team? They are, but back then they were the New York Giants, and eventually they moved to San Francisco, which is where most people remember seeing Willie Mays. He played for the San Francisco Giants, and he also did later play for the New York Mets, where he retired. His last game was September 9th, 1973. He played a long time, 23, 24 years, something like that. Now, again, I mentioned the racial tensions from back in that era. Willie Mays was so good. He was Rookie of the Year in 1951. He was undeniable. It did not matter. He was undeniable. Through his career, he had a batting average of .301. Now, for some of you that don't necessarily follow baseball, there are people that play in the game right now that have a batting average of, we'll say, .250. And they're making like $8 to $10 million a year. He finished his career batting .301, which is just, that's not going to happen to a lot of players, especially in the modern era. He had over almost 3,300 hits. He had 3,293 hits, 660 home runs, 1,909 RBIs, and 339 stolen bases. Pardon me. Again, I'm trying to think of those that aren't familiar with baseball, but he was considered, not just considered, he was what is called a five-tool player. When it comes to baseball players, some are really good at hitting. Some are really good at hitting home runs. Some are, have a really good arm or a really good glove. He had it all. He was fast. He could hit for average. He could pound the ball over the wall. He would race fly balls down and catch them, and then he could gun people out. he was the man. So here is just some of his career highlights. A 24-time All-Star. He was a World Series champion in 1954. A two-time NL MVP. He was, as I previously stated, the National League Rookie of the Year in 1951. He won 12 Gold Gloves in center field. He also won the Roberto Clemente Award. He was a National League batting champion in 1954. He was the National League home run leader 4 times. He was also the National League stolen base leader 4 times. He also hit 4 home runs in one game on April 30th, 1961. Did I say legend? Just an absolute rock star. So let's see here. Also, at the time of his retirement, so what did I say, 1979? Let's see here. He held the National League record for career runs scored, 2,062, and ranked second in league history behind Stan Musial, in games played, 2,992. Third in home runs with 660, at-bats with over 10,000 at-bats, runs batted in 1903, total bases 6,066, extra base hits 1,323, walks 1,464, fourth in hits 3,293, fifth in slugging percentage, and eighth in doubles. His 140 triples ranked 4th among players active after 1945. He holds major league records for games at center field with 2,829, putouts as an outfielder with 7,095, and extra inning home runs 22, and ended his career behind only Ty Cobb in total games as an outfielder with 2,842. Let's see here. He also ranks 7th in assists with 188 and 3rd in double plays, 59, in center field. He was elected to the Baseball Hall of Fame in 1979, his first year of eligibility. So therefore, I got to correct myself real quick. He finished his career in 1973. And now I'm going to read the following from his Wikipedia page. And so, unlike other black athletes, such as Jackie Robinson, Mays tended to remain silent on racial issues, refraining from public complaints about discriminatory practices that affected him. Robinson once accused him and some of his teammates of not doing enough for the civil rights movement. Hank Aaron wished Mays had spoken out more on racial issues. Mays, however, believed his job was to play baseball, not talk about social issues. Quote, "I'm a ball player. I am not a politician or a writer or a historian. I can do my best for my people by doing what I do best." Willie Mays was not only an exceptional athlete, he was obviously a great man. And I started this podcast episode by saying I don't typically go gaga over celebrities or anything like that, but when it comes to Willie Mays, I had to, because he's a legend. Not was, he still is, and he forever will be. So to close this out, say hey Willie, tell the Cobb and Joe DiMaggio that it is once again time to play ball. Rest in peace, Willie.